students, a very good morning. I hope that everyone is fine and safe. So here, standard 7, Moral Science. Now we are moving to the lesson number 3. My father is not well. So with the name of the lesson itself, we can find that someone is trying to say that their father is not well. So here we are going to face two characters. One is Parvati and other one is Lakshman. They are brothers and sisters. So they are trying to help their father. Okay. So as I told you, the characters in this lesson is going to be Parvati, Lakshman. They are brother and sister, and chief queen of King Ashoka Vardhana. Okay, he is a king and a queen. Okay, we are going to see these characters in this lesson. Now we are entering into the lesson. Page number 15, lesson number 3. My father is not well. Let's get started. Tell the class how you share the work at home. For example, you may say, I help my parents in laying out the dining table every day. Or, I help my father clean the car every Sunday. Do this for every member in your immediate family. So you can imagine like what is the help you can do to your parents. A small help it can be. Okay, so you just see what are the help you are doing to your parents. We'll go to the main lesson. Parvati hummed as she worked. It was the first time in days that she felt like singing. For Parvati and her elder brother Lakshman, the last few days had not been easy. Their father lay ill, his body burning with fever. Even the herbs their mother had given him had not helped. So, the past few days were not the day for them because their father was not well and his body was burning with fever. Okay, so his mother also is giving some herbs, but it is also not working. The grain had finished and there was no money left either. Their father was a potter and not a rich man. So what is meant by the grain had finished? The food which they have, that is also over and there is no money left for them. So, and their father is not a rich man. The only thing Lakshman could do was to make and sell earthen pots. You know what is an earthen pot? No, manpani. Okay. He had worked with his father since he was a child, but he had never worked alone. Now, both Parvati and Lakshman together decided to make and sell pots. This was their way to show love and concern for their parents. So as I told you before, I told you to remind what all the help you can do to your parents. What these kids are doing, they are trying to help his father by making some pots and sell them to fetch money. Brother and sister had walked to the bank of the Ganga river at dawn and had collected the clay. You know what is a clay? No. Then nervously they had shaped them into water pots, cooking bowls, lamps, vases and plates. Many broke, some were out of shape and few cracked while being fired in the kiln. You know what is that? No? After making pots, they used to dry it and they used to fire them. However, enough were left to sell, and yesterday they had bought rice and dal with their own earnings. So they succeed. Okay, so some pots were good to sell, so they sold it and they bought some rice and dal. Today their father did not have fever and there was food in the kitchen. So Parvati sang as she worked. She was sitting near the lane that went past their thatched hut. Nobody had asked her to paint the paths, but She knew that painted parts sold better. So what she was doing? So their father recovered and they need not work. So what Parvati did, she was sitting near the bank of a river. You know what is the bank of a river? No, she was sitting by the side of the river and she was just painting something on the pots. Why means she knows that the painted parts are getting more money. When they sell the painted parts, they are getting more money. As she had were the colors black and white that she had made herself. She had collected the soot from the land in the house, added oil, and created black. She had ground some pieces of lime, which, when mixed with water, made white. With them, she drew her dream on the water pots, and vases. So, what she did colors by her by the things which is available in the house. Okay, and she started painting in her what all comes in a dream. Everyone drew squares, triangles, straight and wavy lines. Parvati, dipping the cotton into the white, thought, I don't want to draw just any lines. So what she said, she didn't want to repeat what others were drawing on the pots. What others were drawing, they were just giving the same squares, triangles and some lines and all they were painting. No, so she doesn't want to stick on the same thing. She wanted to do something different. She looked up at the sky and the clouds, cotton wools, white after the rains. She drew a row of them around the pot, curved and floating like the smiles of the sky. So what she did, she was looking up at the sky and she started drawing the clouds. Pulling a plate closer, Parvati was startled by a red and black butterfly as it flew across her face and then fluttered down to perch on a yellow pumpkin flower on the hedge. Parvati drew the butterfly like a border around the plate. Next, after completing the pot, she took a plate and she was searching for something what to draw. So in the same time, a black and red color butterfly, it was flying across her. So she thought that she could draw the way how it flies, how the butterfly is flying. In the same way she started drawing the same on the plate. The clatter of horse hoofs, the clank of cowbells and the creak of a bullock cart made Parvati look up. Down the narrow dusty lane, a bullock cart came swaying. So what happened? So something she heard. What is meant by horse hoofs mean? Sound of a horse. Okay, and a clang of a cowbell mean the cow will be having some bell. No, can you see the picture here? So it has a bell on the neck. No, so the sound also came. So she looked up and saw the bullock cart. It was covered with a rich cloth, had bright curtains, and 6 horsemen rode behind it. A noble lady, I'm sure, she thought. So what happened? When she saw the bullock cart, it has a curtain which was a rich cloth, and 6 soldiers were following back. So she thought that it is a noble woman inside the bullock cart. By then, Lakshman had come out. Look at the horsemen, he exclaimed, staring at their shining spears, broad swords, and bright clothes. Soldiers, he guessed. Then, suddenly running back to the house, he called, Parvati, help me carry the pots outside. So what he did? When he saw the soldiers there, so he called Parvati to help him to carry the pots outside from the house. They laid a row of pottery by side of the lane. When the bullock cart was within hearing distance, Lakshman began to shout, Pottery, oh noble lady, come and see our pottery. Parvati joined in, vases, incense holder, lamps, oh noble lady. Dancing with excitement, they made a lot of noise. So what happened when they saw the bullock cart? They wanted to grab the attention of the person who's there inside the bullock cart. So they started shouting, please come and look at our pottery and vases. Please come and see. Oh, noble lady, please come and see. They were started shouting. Okay. Suddenly, a horseman rode up and glared at them. Quite. Don't you know who is in that cart? No, said Lakshman. And how do you know the noble lady doesn't want to buy our pots? So what happened? So when they started shouting, no, the horseman came down and asked, quiet people. So do you know who is there inside? Why are you shouting like this? Likewise, he raised a question. So this Lakshman answered, no, I don't know who's there inside, but how can you know that the one who's there inside has not seen our pottery? No, then how can you say that she will not be buying it? He was raising a question. You move now, growled the soldier, or I'll break your pots. Don't you dare. Parvati stepped forward angrily. It took me all morning to paint them. So what happened? He also started to threaten them. If you are not moving away, I'll break the pots. So what happened? Parvati got angered and he stepped forward and said, how dare you? You can touch my pot, because how long it took time to paint that pot. How can you easily break it? Just then the curtain was pushed aside, and a voice said, go back, soldier. I want to talk to these children. As the soldier bowed and rode back to join the others, the voice said, let's see your pots. So what happened? So when they were the angry conversation between the soldier and the Parvati goes on, no? So the curtain just moves up and a voice came like, please move, soldier. I want to talk to that children. So and also said that I want to see the pots. Shyly, the children went up to the cart and saw the women sitting inside with a maid behind her. Lakshman held out the pottery he had towards her. Parvati was dazzled by what she saw. She had never seen such a beautiful woman before. And you, little girl, the lady said gently, where are the pots you have painted? So she was asking. And Parvati, when she saw that lady, no, she was wondering how beautiful she is. She was wondering how beautiful the woman is. And the women also asked, the little lady, please, the little girl, please show me your painted pots. Parvati was overcame with shyness. I painted them for fun. You won't like them, my lady. So she said, I just painted, I didn't have any ideas in my mind. I just painted in my self. So you will not be liking it, she said. Show them to me, child, the lady replied. So what she said, you please show it to me, she said. Slowly Parvati laid the plates, the vase and the water pots before her and stood anxiously as the lady turned them around to study the design. I have never seen design like these before. What were you drawing? So she liked the women, no, that noble women. She liked the painting and she said she's never seen a painting like this. And what were you trying to say in this painting? The sky, said Parvati haltingly. The sky? How can you draw the sky? Parvati pointed to the cloud she had drawn on the pot. If you draw clouds, what's around it becomes the sky. Then, turning, she pointed to the palm tree at the corner of the courtyard, the leaf-like part swaying and bending, and said, that's the breeze. So, she was saying it. So, she also painted a palm tree in that, and she was showing that it was because of the breeze. Okay, because of the breeze it was bending, and she has shown some designs. The lady pointed to the plate and asked, "What's this?" "Butterfly on the pumpkin flower." So she saw a butterfly which was flying and sitting on a pumpkin flower. So she also painted it in the plate. And this, she pointed to a vase with a curving design in the black and white dot. So she was asking for each and every thing, like pot. Then she came to the plate, and finally she came to the vase. She was she was collecting information for about what she has painted. "That," said Parvati, smiling, "is the call song from the beltry." "A song?" "Of course." The lady smiled. "Yes, it's like a waterfall of high and low notes." Carefully, the lady laid the pots inside the cart and asked Lakshman, "How much does these cost?" So what happened? So when she asked Parvati, "What is this refers?" She said it is a song from the beltry. So she smiled when she heard that it was a song. And also she asked how much I have to pay for the pots. Lakshman thought for a while. The lady was rich. See, she should be able to pay well. He went as high he could, 12 panas. "These are special pots, my lady." So what happened? So when she asked how much she has to pay, he said a high amount, thinking that she is a rich lady, so she can be able to pay a high amount. So he said it is 12 panas that she has to pay him. So she pay him Manjira, she said, and the maid took the copper pana out of a small bag tucked into her waist. "And my lady and my child," the lady stroked Parvati's head, "whenever you draw the sky, the breeze, or a song, bring the pots to my house. I'll buy them all." Then her eyes crinkled in a smile. "I think my husband would like them too." So after paying after asking the amount, she asked the lady who's sitting next, that is the maid, to pay the amount to the boy. So when she paid after that, she said to Parvati that whenever you feel like drawing, or whenever you draw, you paint, please come and give it to me in my house. My husband also would be liking it. "Where do you stay?" Parvati asked, making the maid laugh. The lady pointed to the soldier, who were all smiling by then. "Ask them, they will tell you the way." The curtain fell back as the cart began to move again. Lakshman asked the horseman, "Where does the lady stay, sir?" The man's smile still lingered. "In the big palace with the carved wooden gates." Then, noticing their puzzled faces, he laughed. "That was our king Ashokavardhana's chief queen. You two have just become the potters to the royal family." So when the soldier said that, the lady who has purchased the pots from you is the chief queen of our king Ashokavardhana. Eyes wide with surprise, heart thudding, Lakshman and Parvati ran into the hut. So after hearing the surprising news that they have become the potters to the royal family, they were really surprised, and they just ran into the hut. Okay, so what is the moral we are learning from this story is we must be helpful to our parents in their tough situation. Okay, students, let's answer. Question A. Tick the correct answer. Question number 1. Lakshman and Parvati were dash. Option A, very greedy. Option B, irresponsible children. Option C, responsible children. And option D, not good potters. What is the answer? Option C, responsible children. Number 2. Parvati and Lakshman's parents must be dash. Sad at their attitude. Option B, proud of them. Option C, ashamed of them. Option D, indifferent to them. So what is the answer? Proud of them, because they made them the royal potters. Okay. Next, B will be answered in the PDF question. You can go for the PDF. Next page. What will you do in these situations? Tick any one. See the first one. All of you have finished dinner. You will start watching your favorite program on TV. Help your parents clear the table. Go for a stroll outside. Chat with your friends. Option B, help your parents clear the table. Number 2, it is Sunday. It is also your parents' wedding anniversary. You will ask your mother to prepare a special lunch. Ask them to go out for a lunch to a restaurant. Prepare a special meal for them. Organize the party at home. So the least thing which we can do is prepare a special meal for them. Okay. Third one, you're ready to go to the park with your friends. Just then your grandfather asks you to get his medicine from the market. You will tell him that you will get it later. Get the medicine and then go out to play. Ask him to get it himself. Ask him to call up your father and tell him to get the medicine on his way from work. So what you will do? You will get the medicine and then go out for play. Option B. The last question. Your parents have gone out and you're alone in the house. Before leaving, they are instructed you to remain indoor till they return. In the meantime, your friend calls and asks you to come to his or her house as he or she wants to show you a new video game. You will tell your friend that you will come after a little while after your parents return. Lock up your house and go to your friend's house. Run to your friend's house, leaving your house unlocked. Call up your parents and ask them to come home immediately. What you will do? Option A. Tell your friend that you will come after a little while after your parents return. Next one. See the B one. Write down some ways in which you could show your love for each member of your family. So, like if you're four in family, how you will show your love to your father, how you will show your love to your mother, how you will show your love to your brother or sister, either an elder one or a younger one. You can write your own ways. Okay, next, let's do and learn. Tell the class an incident when you took upon yourself the responsibility of a family member. What challenge did you face? What did you learn from the experience? This one you can think of and write. Okay. So next page, F. Make a thank you card for each member of your family. Write what the person does for you and how much you appreciate it. So this is also up to you. You can make a thank you card for each member of your family, like your father, your mother, your brother, sister, your grandfather, grandmother, anyone. You can prepare a thank you card and in which way they are special to you and in which way you are going to appreciate them. The next one, skill for life. Vinci Lombardi said, the quality of a person's life is in direct proportion to the commitment to excellence regardless of their chosen field of endeavor. In the light of this quote, think about how we can achieve excellence in our work. So what this person is saying, Vinci Lombardi is saying, no? So how the quality of a person's life is indicated means the commitment, how they are proving themselves of their career in their life. So I'll just read out the points given. You can put a tick which is suitable for you and you can put a cross which is not suitable for you. Enjoy the work. Number 2, be passionate about what you do. Number 3, believe that what you are doing is important. Number 4, have faith in yourself. Number 5, do it with total involvement and commitment. Number 6, visualize a positive result. 7, do it half-heartedly. Number 8, see it to completion. Last point, put in your best effort. So these are the points given. Okay. Wise words. The love of a family is life's greatest blessing. So, what is meant by that? When you develop love in your family member, with your family members, that will be the greatest thing, greatest blessing you get in your life. I long to accomplish a great and noble task, but it is my chief duty to accomplish a small task as if they were great and noble. Helen Keller. So, you know who is Helen Keller, right? So, she is a famous writer. And what she's trying to say is, it is not great that you do big thing to your nation. It is not great. Okay, if you do a small help to your parents, to your family, it will be a great thing in your life. You will find as you look back on your life that the moments that stand out are the moments when you have done things for others. So when you see something, when you find something what you have done in your life, if you find that you have done something to others, that is a great thing in your life. It was said by Henry Drummond. Okay, students, with this, the lesson gets over. I hope you understood the concept of the lesson, what I tried to explain you. So we must be always helpful to our parents in their tough time. Okay, tough time means when they are not able to do something, we have to give them our support. Okay, so I'll meet you all in the next video. Until then, stay home, stay safe. Thank you, students.